Welcome to Session 3 with Free the Mind Co. and the New York Department of Education. In this session, we're going to be speaking about embracing and combining, celebrating dual cultures. Now, if you are like me, who have emigrated, I'm from South Africa and I came to live in America only a few years ago. Emigration is a challenging process, no matter what age you are or where you are coming from. Adapting to a new culture takes time and it can be uncomfortable as you learn the rules, the culture, and build relationships in this whole new environment. Embracing your new environment while you keep true to your own culture takes conscious awareness and effort. This session will discuss the skills and tools needed to build a life that incorporates both your original and your new environment and culture. This session will be encouraging to have a positive perspective of how much you have learned and grown along this journey. Every environment has its own way of doing things. It's not right or wrong, it's just different to what we often know. Culture and identity, which is food, clothing, and language, missing the authentic flavors in our traditional food. For example, if it's Arabic, the taste of falafel in your own country is different from the falafel in any other country. How we communicate. Is it appropriate to touch or shake hands? The expressions of courtesy is so different. For example, in the Arabic culture, there are expressions used when someone gets a haircut or takes a shower that are not used in other cultures. We feel that little by little, we're forgetting about these cultural meanings of the words or phrases we use. As for me, in South Africa, we have a different way. Our food is different. The way that we communicate and greet people is sometimes different. There are different ways of work ethic and work relationships. The environment where we work is more intimate and a little bit away from formality where we come from, and strict professionalism. We are emotionally orientated, and even in our jobs, this is apparent. It is our responsibility to regularly meet family and friends and always be in touch on a daily basis. Nothing would affect our communication with our people because there is less busy our days and more relaxed. Whereas if we're living in America, it's busy all the time and we've always got something to do and something to see to. One of the greatest changes for me is that America is intercultural. I meet such fascinating and interesting people here from all over the world, which in South Africa, or if you're from one of the Arabic cultures or countries, that isn't always the case because we don't have so many people coming to live in our environment as we do in America. Even a simple errand of going to the store to buy groceries in America can be complicated. I remember going to buy milk. In South Africa, we only had 2 types of milk. In America, there were so many, I had no idea what to buy. I remember standing and just looking and saying, what is the difference between all of them, and having to decide which one. On the other hand, many markets with less brands are more popular in Arab countries. In fact, it doesn't take half the time shopping in Arabic stores, as well as in South Africa where I am from. How hard was it for you to leave your country? I know that for me, it was a huge step. It was really difficult. I left everything that I knew and loved, everything that made me feel comfortable and familiar. I didn't have to think about simple daily tasks. In my new country, every task takes a thought process. So, as we spoke in the last 2 sessions, social emotional learning is a big part of who we are and affects all our daily choices. Moving to a new place calls for us to discover ourselves in a very different way. Our emotions and behaviors and our thinking changes in a new context, in a new environment. This can bring us a lot of fear and anxiety or sadness due to leaving your homeland extended or immediate family, your childhood friends, your gatherings on special celebrations and holidays such as Eid. It can also bring incredible excitement and happiness, joy, and a lot of opportunity. The excitement of building a fresh start in your social life or your career. The opportunity to have new experiences and culture with other people from different backgrounds and different countries. One question I always ask when I teach, or even I ask myself, what do I miss? For me, I miss the earth and the smell of the rain, or knowing how to do certain errands without even thinking. What do you miss? What differences are there between your cultures that you live with now and your homeland cultures? Perhaps this is the food or the schools that your children attend to. We know for sure that the language is very different. Even for me, I speak English, but the American English is different to what I'm used to, and that it can be challenging to feel comfortable speaking in a different language to what you know. We might keep thinking, did I say that word correctly? Did I deliver my message accurately? Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Are my words contextually appropriate? All these questions go through our minds when we move to a new place because we want to be accepted in our new culture. Speaking a new language often can make us feel anxious as we want to be heard and understood. For younger children, the adaptation is far quicker and easier than when you're older. When we're older, it takes us longer to change our habits and get used to living in a place where everything feels different. Is it because it is too hard to adapt after years being in the same place, using the same language, and interacting within the same culture? Or are we subconsciously refusing to adjust in a new context? Well, all of this is very normal. The exciting part is how much we learn and grow through this massive change in our lives. When you have children at home, you can also learn as they learn at school. They give you the opportunity to understand the new systems as they grow up and pass from grade to grade. So you learn new skills and tools with them. Children do want to be acknowledged and become accepted, as we all do. It is important for you as parents and as teachers to give your children a sense of safety. To build self-esteem and self-confidence is important, especially when you come from a different country. Or perhaps you're just knowing that your parents are from a different country with a different language and a different accent is so different to their own friends at school and their friends' parents. They always look up for you. You are their comfort zone, and they are our responsibility. This is an ongoing relationship and needs to be scaffolded on security so we can raise them in an appropriate, safe, loving environment that represents our customs, traditions, and our heritage as we learn and embrace a new environment with new customs and new celebrations. Being proud of who you are is important. Bringing our identity to this space actually enriches us all. Learning new cultures and meeting different people really gives us such an intercultural experience where respect, tolerance, and love becomes part of a united, holistic perspective. When we are facing challenges around moving to a new environment or culture, whether it be countries or cities, those challenges really help us to learn so much more about different people and the place that we've now landed in. We can share who we are with others, and this is how we learn about different cultures and ways of doing things in a different way. For example, celebrate your national and religious holidays with your friends. Social interactions build a great understanding of the new culture. It also spreads the awareness amongst communities. By celebrating your own culture, you invite others to celebrate it as well, as if you are open to celebrate theirs. So invite your friends over to your home, share your different ways of doing things, and celebrate cultures right across the board, interculturally. We learn about each other and we grow as humanity and as human beings. Let us all embrace each other, no matter what culture or country that you actually come from. Thank you to the Department of Education of New York. Thank you for inviting us, Free the Mind Co., to do these sessions. We hope that you find them valuable. Please reach out to us if you'd like to have any more information.